Hello, and welcome, and thank you for joining me today. Over the next hour, we are going to explore a topic that quietly affects millions of people across the world, yet often goes unnoticed until it causes serious problems. I am talking about vitamin D deficiency. At first, it might sound like a minor nutritional issue, but in truth, it is one of the most common and most underestimated health challenges of modern life. Vitamin D is sometimes called the sunshine vitamin because our skin can produce it naturally when exposed to sunlight. But despite this natural process, deficiency is incredibly widespread, and the reasons are simple. We live more and more of our lives indoors. We protect ourselves from the sun with clothing and sunscreen, and in many parts of the world, there just is not enough sunlight during the year to provide the body with what it needs. On top of that, vitamin D is found only in a limited number of foods, which means many people are simply not getting enough. Over the course of this talk, I will explain what vitamin D does in your body, why it is so vital, what the earliest warning signs of deficiency look like, and how you can make sure you are not missing this essential nutrient. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin in the usual sense. It actually behaves like a hormone once it is activated inside the body. After your skin produces vitamin D from sun exposure, or you ingest it through food or supplements, it is processed by your liver and kidneys into its active form, called calcitrol. This hormone influences the activity of hundreds of genes and is directly involved in key biological functions. Without enough of it, the machinery of your body simply does not run smoothly. It is critical for calcium absorption, which is why it is so tightly linked with bone health. It affects the strength of your muscles, the efficiency of your immune system, the stability of your mood, the clarity of your mind, and even your ability to sleep soundly at night. Nearly every cell in your body has vitamin D receptors, which tells us just how far-reaching its impact truly is. Despite its importance, deficiency is shockingly common. Studies suggest that over 1 billion people worldwide have low vitamin D levels. That's roughly 1 in every 7 people on the planet. Some groups are even more vulnerable. People who live in northern climates, where winters are long and dark. Older adults whose skin does not produce vitamin D efficiently. People with darker skin tones, which naturally block some UV rays. And anyone who spends most of the day inside. The problem is not always obvious at first. Vitamin D deficiency does not usually cause dramatic symptoms right away. Instead, the body begins to whisper small warnings, subtle signals that something is off. The tragedy is that most people dismiss these signals until the problem becomes more severe. Recognizing the early signs is therefore crucial. One of the earliest and most common signs is persistent fatigue and low energy. Many people blame their tiredness on stress, poor sleep, or just a busy lifestyle. While those factors can play a role, a lack of vitamin D is often an overlooked cause. When vitamin D levels are low, your body struggles to regulate the production of energy at the cellular level. Your muscles may feel weaker, your endurance may drop, and your overall vitality declines. Imagine your body like a car that's running on low fuel supply. It still moves, but it struggles, sputters, and lacks the smooth performance you expect. That's exactly what is happening when your vitamin D tank is running low. If you wake up tired, even after sleeping, if you feel drained halfway through the day, or if you rely on caffeine just to function, these might not be personality traits or bad habits. They could be your body warning you that you are missing something essential. Closely related to fatigue is another early sign: frequent headaches. Many people experience headaches without realizing how dehydration, tension, and even vitamin D can all play a role. When your vitamin D is too low, the balance of calcium and phosphorus in your body is disrupted, which affects the way nerves and blood vessels function. Your brain relies on a stable environment to work without pain, and a deficiency can disturb that balance. Some studies have shown that low vitamin D levels are associated with increased risk of chronic headaches and even migraines. Think about those afternoons when your head starts to pound and you reach for painkillers. It's possible that part of the solution is not just medication, but improving your vitamin D intake. Of course, not all headaches are caused by deficiency, but if they are frequent and combined with other symptoms, it's worth paying attention. Another early signal appears on the outside, your skin and lips. Vitamin D plays an important role in skin health. It regulates the growth and repair of skin cells and influences the immune system responses in your skin. When you're deficient, your skin may appear dull, dry, or flaky. Cracked lips that don't heal easily are another clue. Many people reach for creams, lotions, or balms, but if the underlying issue is nutritional, those surface solutions will only mask the problem temporarily. Your skin is the largest organ of your body, and when it's not getting what it needs, it will show. Think of dullness, itchiness, slow wound healing, or even skin conditions that flare more often. These can be linked back to low vitamin D. People are often surprised when, after correcting their deficiency, their skin improves without changing anything else in their routine. Digestive problems are another subtle but important early sign. Vitamin D helps regulate many processes in your digestive system, including muscle contractions in your intestines and the balance of bacteria in your gut. If you're deficient, you may notice constipation, bloating, or irregular bowel movements. Of course, many things can cause digestive issues, but when vitamin D is low, your gut may not function as smoothly as it should. This can also feed back into your overall energy levels, because if your digestion is inefficient, your body struggles to absorb other nutrients properly. That creates a cycle where you feel weaker and more fatigued. Another area where vitamin D deficiency makes itself felt is in your joints and muscles. People often think of vitamin D only in relation to bones, but muscles also rely heavily on it. Without enough, your muscles can't contract efficiently. You might notice cramps, weakness, or soreness after activities that used to feel easy. Your joints may ache because the cartilage and supporting tissues need vitamin D to stay healthy. Imagine oiling the hinges of a door. Without the right lubrication, they creak, stiffen, and eventually wear down. That's what can happen in your body without adequate vitamin D. This is why deficiency is linked to conditions like osteomalacia in adults and rickets in children. These conditions are severe, but long before they develop, your body warns you through everyday discomfort and pain. Bad breath and dry mouth may also be unexpected early clues. Saliva protects your teeth and gums by washing away bacteria and keeping tissues moist. Low vitamin D can reduce saliva production and weaken your oral health, leaving you more prone to infections, cavities, or just an unpleasant taste in your mouth. If you brush and floss regularly, but still struggle with bad breath or gum problems, deficiency could be part of the reason. Urinary issues and kidney discomfort can also point towards a lack of vitamin D. Your kidneys need this nutrient to filter blood properly and manage calcium levels. If your urine is dark, concentrated, or if you experience recurrent discomfort, it may be a sign of multiple problems, one of which could be inadequate vitamin D. Now, let's step back and consider why these seemingly separate symptoms are connected. Fatigue, headaches, dry skin, digestive issues, muscle weakness, oral health problems, and kidney discomfort all seem different, but they are linked by the fact that vitamin D receptors exist in nearly every part of your body.
That's why deficiency can present with such a wide range of signs. Your body is sending signals from multiple systems, and together they form a pattern. If you start to notice several of these symptoms appearing together, it's a strong hint that something fundamental is missing. The consequences of ignoring these early warnings can be serious. Over time, vitamin D deficiency increases the risk of osteoporosis and fractures because your bones become weaker. It impairs your immune system, leaving you more vulnerable to infections. It can affect your mood, contributing to anxiety or depression. It can even raise your risk of chronic diseases, such as cardiovascular problems, diabetes, and some autoimmune conditions. The point of recognizing the early signs is to act before you reach that stage. So, what can you do to correct and prevent vitamin